everybody, my name is Tommy. I'm a mask and puppet maker, and in this video I will be showing you how to make Nightmare Chica. Enjoy the tutorial. For this tutorial, I will be showing you how to turn your Chica mask into Nightmare Chica. If you do not have a Chica mask, click on the link in the description to learn how to make a Chica mask. You're going to need a Chica mask. If you don't have one of these, click on the link in the description below to learn how to make one. So first thing we need to do is we need to cut this right off. Be very careful when you are cutting with knives and scissors. Get an adult to help you with these. They are extremely sharp, and always cut away from yourself. Next thing that we need to do is we need to actually make the beak a lot wider. Be very careful when you're using hot glue. This stuff is extremely hot, so I'm going to wear gloves. I highly suggest that you do the same thing to protect yourself from burns. If you don't want to use hot glue, you can use masking tape. So I'm crumpling newspaper and I'm just making the beak a little bit wider. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the beak pointier. Now I'm going to add the nostrils, or in bird terms they're called nares. So I'm going to add them right here. So it's going to be a little bit of a bump and something kind of straight going downward. Now, Nightmare Chica actually has cheekbones. So I'm going to glue these. You're going to crumple 2 newspaper flat eggs, I guess. And we're going to glue them to the side of the head. Nightmare Chica does not have eyebrows, so we're going to cut them off. Okay, so those are all the modifications that we need to make for Nightmare Chica's head. It's so much easier once you already have a Chica mask. So because I'm such a good dentist, I'm going to show you what you need to do. Rip the teeth off. I need something powerful. We're gonna rip the teeth off because I'm such a good dentist. Now we need to make the bottom jaw much wider to match this. So now we have a wider beak that should kind of look like a pair of lungs or kidneys. So yeah, once that cools down, I'm going to cover everything in paper mache. So you'll need to mix 1 part white glue and 1 part water. What you need to do is you need to take some glue, take a paintbrush, and just brush on the surface area. Put a layer of tissue paper on top. I'm using toilet paper because it's cheap and works really good. Brush more glue on top. And then you're going to put another layer on. You're going to keep doing this until you cover all the newspaper with at least 3 or 4 layers, okay? So let's do it. Just another thing I forgot, just something I forgot to do. I'm going to make this beak a little pointier. So that looks good, so that needs to be pointier too. So I'm going to cover that in paper mache as well. So when you're done, this should look like a heart. Looks like a heart. A heart. That's what Nightmare Chica should look like before she's painted. And then we're going to cut some holes and make her look all withered. Alright, so I'm going to set that to dry. Put paper mache on at the bottom of the mask, and then we'll start cutting and painting. Now what you will want to do is you want to make the nares, or the nostrils, so I'm just going to poke the holes. I'm going to start cutting Chica so that she looks withered. Pretty much like that. I'm going to add another cut here. So there you go. And there's Chica. And I don't have to do much for bottom jaw except for adding the teeth, but I'm going to do that afterwards. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with toilet paper and I'm going to let it dry. Alright, that's about all you need to do to make her withered. You want to make a nice big hole here, just cover it up, make sure it's still visible, because I'm going to paint that silver. So what you need to do is you just need to cut some razor sharp teeth, so some triangles, long icicles. Now you can see more teeth right here, so we're just going to cut this strip off. There, got lots of teeth there. So now what we need to do is we need to glue on the teeth. So I'm going to be using hot glue for this. Just remember that these glue guns are extremely hot. Please wear gloves to protect yourself from burns, okay? Get an adult to help you with these. And now we just need to add the wires. So, I'm going to use a pencil to poke some holes in the side here. And I'm going to use pipe cleaners. They make realistic looking wires. So I'm going to repaint the silver parts black because it just doesn't look right yet. Now put your mask on. Put your bottom jaw on first. If you don't know how to make a moving jaw, please see the Chica tutorial. I have it fully explained. Alright, so now put on your mask. Just remember, when taking off this band, do it very slowly because this band can snap on your face if you're not careful. Use both hands, it comes off just fine. Well, there you have it. You now have Nightmare Chica. Just like that. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed the show. Now go make yourself a puppet friend.